Today we're going to talk about how to pack a motorcycle, all the ins and outs of safely securing luggage to your bike for your next motorcycle trip or camp out. Stick around. Let's first start with some basics on why weight matters when it comes to packing a bike. That means overall weight and also weight distribution. Riding an overloaded motorcycle can be dangerous and also an expensive mistake. Carrying excessive weight on your bike will wear out your tires, put strain on your suspension, brakes, and drivetrain, and this is just the wear and tear on your bike. Weight will also affect handling of your motorcycle. Braking distance becomes increased, meaning more of a chance for a potential accident. Acceleration will also be affected and could present a problem if you need to get out of the way of an obstacle. Cornering and slow speed maneuverings can also be affected. Underinflated tires under heavy load can heat up, causing rapid deterioration and potentially failure. It can't be said enough that tire pressure is critical to safety on a bike. This is not to worry you. Your motorcycle is perfectly capable of carrying what you need to your campsite. This is only to illustrate the potential dangers of carrying more than the recommended weight or carrying a load that is out of balance. Now let's talk about packing the bike. The first step in safely packing a motorcycle is making sure you're not overloading the bike. To figure out the weight limit, we need to look at the gross vehicle weight rating, or GVWR for short. The GVWR will let you know how much weight your motorcycle is rated to carry. Typical weight ratings for motorcycles range from 350 to 550 pounds, including rider, passenger, and luggage. You could take the guesswork out with a little math to find exactly how much weight your bike can handle. Start with the safe maximum weight specified by the manufacturer. Subtract from that the operating weight of your motorcycle and the weight of rider and passenger, and this tells you how much luggage weight you can carry. This includes weight of cases and bags as well. Metal cases in particular need to be counted towards your total luggage weight. Let's look at my motorcycle as an example, an R1200GS with a safe maximum operating weight of approximately 1,115 pounds and an operating weight with fuel of 530 pounds. So 1,115 less 530 gives us a max payload of 585 pounds. If we subtract a rider weight of 180 pounds, we have 350 pounds to work for with passenger and/or gear and cases. Make sure to include riding gear, which can be surprisingly heavy. A simple bathroom scale can give you a good enough idea of weight while wearing or holding your gear. It's best to stay away from the maximum for best results. You can find the GVWR in a few places, your owner's manual or next to the VIN on your bike. In your owner's manual you may see dry or wet weight. Dry weight is referring to how the motorcycle was shipped to the store, meaning without fuel or fluids. Wet weight can also be called curb weight. You need to look at the wet or curb rate for a real-world scenario, as your bike will have oil, fuel, and other fluids to account for. If you can only find the dry weight for some reason, you can add roughly 40 to 50 pounds to estimate the wet weight. You may also see gross axle weight, which is not the same as GVWR. It is important to note that tires also have a max load capacity, and underinflated tires will not handle the load as safely. The general principle is to keep the bike packed with weight distributed equal to the unpacked weight. This means if you add 5 pounds to the left, add 5 to the right. Same idea front to back, which is a bit more challenging. This is why saddlebags and side cases are so useful. However, you can offset some of the weight of a tail bag with a tank bag to keep weight somewhat even front to back. Packing most weight in between the axles will also help with this. Heavy items should be kept low to avoid creating a top-heavy bike. Low and close to the center of the bike is the best place for the heaviest items such as toolkits. Top cases are an appealing place to keep gear that needs to be easy to access, but avoid storing heavy items in a top case. Handlebars and fender areas should also not be overloaded, as this can affect steering. Be cautious adding too much weight too far back. This can make the bike more likely to wheelie unintentionally. This can also make the steering squirrely and can cause speed wobbles. Motorcycles with a shorter wheelbase are more susceptible to this, but no bike is immune. Try to keep the weight between the axles as much as possible. Make sure everything is tied down tight and secure, and check straps at every fuel stop. Luggage has a tendency to shift and move with the leaning of a motorcycle, bumps, potholes, and vibration. If traveling in a group, you can share the load. For example, one person can carry the tire pump and someone else can carry the first aid kit. This is a nice way to make sure that you aren't carrying double the weight within the group and can lighten everyone's load. No matter what your setup is, it is a good idea to take a dry run with the bike loaded. A few laps around the block will bring to light any possible problems that need to be fixed. The 5 basic principles of loading a bike are this: keep weight low and towards the center of the bike, Balance weight from left to right and front to back. Tie downs should be tight and checked often. Share the load when possible, and take a dry run with the packed bike before heading out. And that's it, everything you need to know about properly loading a motorcycle. All the ins and outs of weight distribution, as well as finding a safe limit. If you want more info on topics like this, check out my book, The Fundamentals of Motorcycle Camping, available on Kindle or paperback below. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.